Hey, welcome back everyone. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. Um, I try to stay positive for the most part on everything related to Marvel Strike Force. I know there's a ton of negativity out there that you can easily find any day of the week, whether it's, other people's YouTube stuff, Reddit comments or posts. But the Scourge event, I had held out hope um, that the event would be something new and refreshing and something that was worth the time and effort that it would take, uh, as related to what it is. Um, and the first day the event went live, I had told myself that I wasn't going to jump into it on day one. I was going to wait until the second day, uh, kind of see what it looked like, um, if there were any issues with it, so on and so forth. Um, for me, the event started at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, with the server reset. I think it was after about an hour and a half or so, I finally decided to jump into it. I seen, everybody in our cluster's Discord, talking about it, um, theorizing about it, and that got me genuinely excited. So, I jumped into it. I wanted to see what it was like for myself. And my first run that I did on difficulty 8, no scourges enabled. I just wanted to see if I could do it. And I did. I completed difficulty 8, no scourges enabled. Um, my initial score was like 1.225 million, I think it was, or 1.245 million, one or the other. And, I completed all the milestones. I unlocked Morgan Le Fay through the milestones. And I was happy with it. So then, the second day, I I jumped back into it early in the morning hours. Um, Turned on a few scourges, and I set a score of, I think it was like 1,000 or 1,350,000. I said, okay, that's not too bad. So let me, turn on a couple more scourges. And you see here, my best run currently is 1.415 million. Um, Almost 1.5 million points. And, I was happy with the score. For what scourges I did enable, that I felt good about it. And then, the whole time the event's been going on, the leaderboard has been plagued by people outright cheating, just kind of showing that they can put up whatever score that they want, hacking the API or whatever. Uh, I'm not too familiar with how they do it. I haven't looked into it. I don't care per se. Those people have been regularly getting wiped from the leaderboards. At least in the top 100, they have. Outside of the top 100, you can only really see, a certain degree ahead and below you. Um, so now, I just with everything that's going on with that, it kind of you call into question a little bit the leaderboards. Um, let's take a look at it here real quick. This one right here at the top, that one's been there pretty much all day, I believe. It's currently Sunday as of the time of this recording. Happy Easter, by the way. Um, but then, like, you scroll down through here, and for the most part, a lot of this looks legit, and more props to them if they are getting scores that are this high. But then stuff like this right, well, stuff like this right here is it's somewhat bothersome. But I mean, at some point, that'll be removed, and then all of this will move up. Now, you come here to where I am currently, and I'm at 1,162. Now, granted, I have not attempted another run, since I set that high score there on, what was it, Friday, I guess it was? Yeah, Friday, I put up, my score of 1.415. But, at that time, it started coming out that a lot of the Scourges were not working properly. I know one for the first day was let's go back in here and look at it. Was the Experimental Serum 3. I guess that had a thing where, if you had that Scourge enabled, you could jump into one of the nodes, quit out of it, or not quit out of it, but, send in a burner team, basically, have that team get wiped. Then when you go back in with your real team, or your next team, all the enemies would have far less health. So you could do that over and over again until you went back in and you could one-shot all the enemies. At least that's what I've read. I didn't see it for myself. Now, the Experimental Serum 3, I did run that when I did my high score. But the way that I was playing the nodes, I was looking to, go in and one-shot the node, with the exception of node 10. Now, when I went back into node 10, I used my Web Warriors to go in first, and then my Dark Hunters to clean up with. I didn't see any drastic change in the health myself. It could have been just because I wasn't looking for it. Or, what I had read was that had been quietly patched. The first day or when the devs found out about it, they quietly patched it without telling anyone. No announcements on social media or anything like that. No in-game announcement saying, hey, one of the Scourges was not working properly or anything like that. Everything that has come out during this event has all come out through content creators. The only thing that, Scopely or Boundless or anybody that works with Marvel Strike Force, the game, the only thing that has come out that they have said is that they are monitoring the leaderboards, and they are taking swift action. Well, how much action they're actually taking, I don't know. There's talk that there's bans occurring, which, if you go back in, this right here, being such a low-level account, banning that account isn't going to do any good. But now, yesterday, it came out that there were a number of Scourges not functioning at all. It was giving the bonus points, but the Scourges themselves were not actually applying within the game. And these Scourges were being used by people to inflate their scores. So because of that, I had the mindset that each day I was going to do one run, trying to better my score each day for the 10 days that the event was going on. As it stands right now, I'm sitting at 1.4 million in score. I have no intentions of rerunning this event with any more Scourges enabled. The lack of response from the devs, the lack of faith I have that any score on that leaderboard is a truly accurate score, has me uninterested. Going into the event, because of where I am with my roster, I was going to shoot for the top 1,000. After a day of the event, with where my score was at the 1.4 million, you know, I said maybe I can shoot for the top 500. And as it stands right now, I've fallen out of the top 1,000. And I have no intention of dedicating any more time to this event. You know, it makes me question a lot of what's going on behind the scenes with the developers, most of your content creators have already come out and talked about how little faith they have in the leaderboard system. And I'm nowhere near as big as them, but I'm going to echo the same thought, you know. So going back to where I am here on the leaderboard, you know, currently 1166. So scrolling up through here, you know, a lot of these scores could be legit. A lot of them could be inflated due to people knowing about the Scourges not working and just turning them on to get a little bit better in score. I just, for how long it takes to get through the event, you know, nodes 5 and 10 especially, like, okay, look at this one right here. That's probably a good score. But now, just because of the blue border, you know, it made me question whether that was legit or not. I should have looked at the Alliance emblem there first, but, you know, it's just, any of these scores can be called into question now. Just because you don't know if these people were actually trying to put up a good score, or if they knew what Scourges were not functioning properly and just wanted to inflate their score. Now, you might be sitting there saying, well, you know, if you know that certain Scourges aren't working, you can go do the same thing. And yes, I could. But I don't want to do that because of the time that it takes. And, you know, the amount of time it takes to do one run, you know, with however many Scourges involved, it just, to me, it's not worth the headache to try to post a decent score. And then, you know, you see here, your top actual score at being at 1.8 million. You know, I'm not going to get close to that, I don't think. You're at the top 100, you're looking at 1.7. So, you know, in order for me to get anywhere as close to that, so let's scroll down here. You know, when I did the 1.415, I'll show you which Scourges I had enabled at the time. Let's see. I had quality minions, I know. I believe it was Experimental Serum 2. What else was it? Gloating, I think I had that one. At the time, I had not done Unkillable, I don't believe. You know, but what I did do was I did Power Fatigues 1 and 2. And I think this one. Yeah. So those were the Scourges I had because I was shooting for the 1.4. And, you know, with the turn bonus, I got 1.415. So you see there, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different Scourges enabled. So now, if you take into account, like, the Scourges that I have seen that don't do anything, the ICU, I believe it was, Poisoned Energy and Dark Resolve. I've seen conflicting reports about Dark Resolve. I've seen one saying that it's just Dark Resolve 1, and I've seen one report saying it's Dark Resolve 1 and 2. So let's throw both of them on there. Okay. And then what other one was it? What is it? Dark Rally, I believe. Was it? No, it was Vile Rally. I'm sorry. So I could throw all them on there. I could get up to 1.488. Okay? So, 1.488. Find me now. Let's just say, 1.5. That's not even... That might get me near the top 1,000, but do I want to go through the hassle of that? I don't know. It just... As of today, I don't plan to do any more with this event. Wherever I finish is where I will finish. If I stay within, the top, I think 2,000 or whatever. Yeah, so if I stay, within the top 2,000 to get, or the top 2,500 or 3,000 or whatever it is to get, 4 red stars on my Morgan Le Fay, great. If not, oh well, who cares? If the devs are not going to respect our time commitment to this game, then I'm not going to respect any events that they have going forward. It's just, Thursday night or Wednesday night when the event went live, watching all the chatter about it and how excited people were posting their scores and stuff, I got excited too. And as the days have gone on here now, I've lost my excitement for this style of event. I think that the devs should reconsider going forward. I know that they said that this would be the event structure for all 4 horsemen leading up to Apocalypse. I honestly think they need to strongly sit down and figure something else out. Whether it's just, hey, go back to the old ways of unlocking Legendary, or come up with something that is not leaderboard based. Because as it stands right now, I have no interest in it. Now, if they could come out tomorrow, release a statement saying that, they were going to reset the leaderboards or something like that. And, ensure that all the Scourges have been properly taken care of and fixed or whatever. If they did something like that, I would probably, because the leaderboards would be reset or whatnot, I might try again. But as it stands right now, I'm done with the event. So whatever I get is what I get. So, if I drop far enough to where I only get Morgan Le Fay at 3 stars, then so be it. I mean, as it stands right now, I think I'm guaranteed, 1 more star at least. I would hope. But, I don't know. I just, call me crazy, but I have no faith whatsoever in where this event goes or any event like it in the future. So that's going to do it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. If you like this video, be sure to click that little thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. And we will see you tomorrow.